Great welcome for R.J. Barrett.
Yes.
Great welcome for Immanuel Quickley. But now since the trade, Wally, the Knicks are 9-2 and the Raptors are 4-7.
Very deserving for those two guys, what they did for this franchise. At the same time, you see two teams that are going in different directions. The Knicks made that trade to get better for their playoff stock. They're a team that made the second round of the playoffs last year. They're trying to improve upon that. You're seeing the Toronto Raptors, after also trading away Pascal Siakam, they're going into rebuild mode. They're trying to accumulate draft picks, and that's what happens. You got a team that's focused on winning in the New York Knicks. They took over that game in the third quarter, and it was an outstanding performance defending their home court.
I want to mention OG Anunoby, also a fine game. 4 block shots, 7 rebounds, and 14 points. So all of the players involved in the trade put up some pretty good numbers. But the key number here was the second half. The third quarter, the Knicks outscored the Raptors by 12, and they outscored the Raptors by 12 also in the fourth quarter.
And how about the adjustments the Knicks made at halftime? In the first quarter, the Raptors came out very aggressive and took the game to the Knicks. But at halftime, Tom Thibodeau saw some things he could exploit. And boy, did Dante DiVincenzo and Jalen Brunson put that into action. It was an outstanding third quarter, the way the Knicks dominated. They got stops on the defensive end of the floor. Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson, it was so obvious that those are the two best players on the basketball floor, and they stepped up and showed it that second half, especially in this run. Jalen Brunson was not going to let the Knicks lose this game. You could see how important this game was to him, was to defend home court, to show that the trade was a move, that moving forward was the right move for this franchise. That's what franchise cornerstones do, and that's what Jalen Brunson did.
Look at the rebounding differential. 30 to the Knicks.
Yep.
Bench was key, especially in the first half when the Knicks trailed by 11. Precious Achiuwa, also involved in the trade, had his best game of the year.
Yep.
18 points and 11 rebounds. He's now standing by with Allen.
Thank you, Bill. Well, Precious, first and foremost, the most important thing is getting the win here. This was a different type of atmosphere, obviously, for a regular season game, but how important was it to make sure you guys came away with the win?
I mean, it was very, very important. We all understand at this point in the season, every win matters. Every game matters. So we got to come up with that approach. Attack every game right from the beginning, and like you said, the number one goal is to try to get the win, because games like this gonna matter come playoff time.
That's certainly true. Now, for you, this was a bit of a breakout game for you, because while we were seeing OG Anunoby and what he was able to do, for you, this is the first chance for you to give the Garden crowd a chance to see what you can do. What worked for you tonight?
Just playing, trusting my teammates, playing the right way. Same thing I've been doing. My teammates made the right play today. We played as a team, and the ball just happened to come my way today. Like I said, the most important thing is getting a win, and we went out there and accomplished that job.
Now, so much was made of the guys who are returning here to the Garden, but how about for you playing against your former team? Was there a little something extra about it?
No, like I said, the most important thing is just to go out there, play the right way, come out with the win. That's the most important thing. That's what we kind of talked about in the locker room, especially at halftime. It was kind of a close game right there. So, we went in and we kind of talked about the things we had to do, adjustments we made, and then we came out and handled business.
Oh, terrific performance by you. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
All right, back to you, Bill.
Okay, on Achiuwa getting extra playing time, because Isaiah Hartenstein left the game in the third quarter with what the Knicks are calling a sore ankle. Mm-hmm. So a good opportunity for Achiuwa maybe to get more comfortable. And we've talked about the bench. Achiuwa was really good. Josh Hart had 10 points and 9 rebounds. And again, that bench was really important in the first quarter. When the Knicks were down by 11, the bench got them back into the game.
They played really good basketball, and that's a good thing, because the game before they didn't play great. So for them to bounce back and give some quality minutes was huge. To just support that starting unit. Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, they're all playing at such a high level that when they go to the bench, it's nice to have that bench continue to hold on to that lead.
For Randle, triple-double, 18 points, 16 rebounds, 10 assists. The Knicks' first triple-double since April of 22. Ironically enough, it was Immanuel Quickley who had a triple-double in April of 2022, and it came against Toronto. Randle was great today.
Oh, he was outstanding. He really was. And he is making all the right plays. His passing has been outstanding, the way he's finding guys and the way he's playing sometimes a point forward type look. The rebounding, what a monstrous effort on the boards. I mean, you can really see the deficiencies that the Raptors have on the boards without Jakob Poeltl out there. 16 rebounds for Julius Randle. Outstanding chemistry really brewing with Dante DiVincenzo. He finds DiVincenzo for a lot of big-time threes. Also found him for a few cuts. But there's just easy rebounds on the offensive end of the floor for Julius Randle. And he overpowered Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes is being thrust into the franchise for the Raptors. And you could see he's really struggling a little bit being that number one guy on the scouting report. OG Anunoby did a great job on him. So did Julius Randle defensively, did a great job on him. That was just an overall great performance top to bottom by Julius.
Knicks, by the way, are now 18-0 against teams that are under 500, so they're
taking care of business.
Monica McNutt and Alan Hahn now join us. Monica on the call on ESPN Radio 98.7 FM. Guys, Monica, let's start with you. What do you think about the atmosphere in the building and all that went around the return of R.J. Barrett and Immanuel Quickley?
Well, it felt like early there were certainly some emotions. Between the Canadian national anthem and our national anthem, there were definitely some R.J. Barrett chants, which seemed like a little early, but I certainly understand the enthusiasm from the fan base. But really, once we got to that second quarter, it seemed like the Knicks had settled down, and frankly, RJ and Immanuel Quickley cooled off a bit as scorers, even though Quick finished with 12 assists.
Yeah, it just speaking as a dad, the kids were home for a nice visit, and you let them act up a little bit early on, and then eventually the rules have to come into play. And it felt like that's how that first quarter was. It was both sides really had a lot of adrenaline and energy. The Raptors really playing out of their minds in that first quarter, and RJ Barrett got off to a great start. Quickly had a really good game at the very beginning of the game. It felt like in the second half, okay, Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle were like, no, now it's time for us to win this game. It's nice to have you visit, but we still got to get the dub. That was the most important part I saw, Wally.
Just curious, what are your thoughts on Immanuel Quickley hitting his first three and then skipping around as a road opponent on the Garden floor? And he did it a couple more times.
It was weird.
Just curious, what are your thoughts?
It was weird. I literally said that on the broadcast. I said, I don't know how I feel about him skipping in a Raptors uniform. I also thought it was rather poetic that OG Anunoby got a block on RJ on a corner three, just in terms of all the conversations that we've been having.
Right. And that goes back to what I said. Again, as a dad, it's like the kids are acting up. Okay, I'll give you one, but that's enough. And I felt like, we talked about it too. It just felt like early on it had a different energy. The building was buzzing, but again, there's nothing like playing at Madison Square Garden, especially when there's emotion in the building. And we certainly felt that tonight. But the second half did feel like just a regular season basketball game, and the Knicks, Wally, were the superior team.
Knicks were up by 2 at the half. They ended up winning the game by 26. What did you think, Alan? And we've talked a little bit about the bench contribution. I thought it was really important, especially early in the game.
Absolutely. And Precious Achiuwa and what he was able to do. And obviously I just talked to him, and you could tell he was holding back a bit, talking team first, but he had a little sense of pride in him as well about the ability for him to finally show out what he could do when he gets some extended minutes, as he did with Isaiah Hartenstein having the sore ankle. And so that was important, of course. Quentin Grimes getting a couple of buckets late was also good for him. You hope he can build off that. And then getting Josh Hart back into the lineup is always a good thing.
Absolutely. The energy that he plays with. I know last game the conversation was the bench productivity, but the energy that Josh plays with, which is not necessarily going to show up in the box score, is also as important. And on the Quentin Grimes note, Han, yes, we know that Quentin's a three-point shooter, but for him to get some dunks going, some high percentage shots, he had one when the team was going to this opposite basket that should have been an and one in my mind when he hit the ground and made a really tough layup. So It was good to see a level of aggression from him.
Yeah, sometimes you just need that kind of, even if it was late in a game or something like that, to see him get a dunk, it's almost like just get it off your back already. Like just let out a scream and just feel good about who you are and what kind of team you're playing on right now, because the Knicks have gotten themselves on a roll and they're winning games at home, guys, and that's also a very important thing to point out.
All right, Alan and Monica, we appreciate it. The Knicks will be at the Nets on Tuesday, only one of 2 road games, Wally, they have between now and February the 12th. So they're now a season high, 9 games above 500, and they are beating the teams that they're supposed to beat.